Now, Stormwatch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Welcome back to News Watch 12 midday, and unfortunately we still have more critical fire weather today because it's going to be hot, it's going to be dry, and we have an existing fire that has already exhibited some explosive growth overnight. Here's what we expect the smoke to do a little bit later on, and keep in mind that we do have an air quality alert in place for Curry County and Josephine County, and that runs until 11 p.m. on Wednesday evening. So a little bit later today we'll have winds at the surface gusting out of the north and west, and that'll push a lot of this thick, heavy smoke in. Of course, it'll continue to be in Curry County, but some of it will drop down into Del Norte and Humboldt counties. But upper level winds will come out of the southwest, which means that elsewhere removed in areas removed from the fire, we could see a little bit more widespread light haze, but the significant reductions in air quality will continue to be in Curry, Del Norte, and Humboldt counties. Then into Wednesday, it gets a little bit more interesting because the winds are going to push more out of the west this time. And that means as we head into the late afternoon to early evening, a lot of the heaviest smoke, instead of going down into Del Norte County and into Humboldt County, instead it could potentially go into Josephine County and then eventually Siskiyou County and portions of Jackson County. So that means that places like Happy Camp and O'Brien and Selma and Cave Junction, maybe even some southern portions of Grants Pass or Medford or Jacksonville could see some significant reductions in air quality. So that is definitely a storyline we'll continue to follow very closely over the next 24 hours. But let's take things back to today, where air quality concerns aren't going to be that big of a concern at all in the Rogue Valley. So if you plan on going on a hike, maybe you'll see a little bit of light haze after lunchtime. It will be hot and there will be plenty of sunshine. So just be sure that you are packing the sunscreen and that, of course, you are packing the water. So for today, we'll have highs about 5 degrees above average for this time of the year, which means we'll be in the mid-90s to the east of the Cascades, middle to upper 90s for west side valleys, and much cooler along the coast. But of course, the coast will be dealing with some very thick smoke, and we'll have winds today gusting out of the north and west upwards of 20 to 30 miles per hour, with some of the fastest wind gusts actually being along the coast. And then for tonight, the sun goes down, the winds will finally calm down this time, and we'll continue to keep it clear inland along the coast, still dealing with some of that smoke. And then overnight lows will be maybe just a little bit more mild compared to what we had for this morning, with low 50s to the east of the Cascades, 50s and 60s for west side valleys, middle 50s along the coast in Curry County. And temperatures rebound into Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Will be right near 100 degrees for the Rogue Valley all 3 days. And we'll subtly cool off into the weekend. Not by much though, so you can expect either average or above average temperatures for the next 7 days, which means that fire fuels are going to be very energized, especially as we head into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And I'll show you what some of the fire fuel energy is looking like coming up a little bit later in the show, but just know that we could be in for a rough weekend. Here's the 7-day forecast for the coast. Much more smoky today as opposed to tomorrow, just because the winds will shift out of the west for Wednesday. And that'll bring some more moist air to the flat fire perimeter, which is good news. But the bad news is that that's going to push a lot of that dense smoke into western Siskiyou County, also into portions of Josephine and Jackson counties. For the east side, we'll just see some light haze from all of this, but we'll continue to keep it very hot and dry. Very hot for the mountain standards for this time of the year. And of course, we'll see whatever is left of the snowpack at this point should melt pretty quickly. And then for the Rogue Valley, maybe we're looking at a bit of a hazier day for tomorrow with winds shifting out of the west. And then after that, just bank on it being hot and dry.
All right, thank you, Josh. And with these low temperatures that we're going to see at nighttime, that would probably help the fire with having low temperatures during the nighttime. Is that?
Yeah, because typically when the temperatures get a little bit lower, that means that maybe the humidity recoveries will be a little bit better overnight. So you need more humidity, because it's something you learn in kindergarten, right? Fire does not like water. And so the more water content we have in the air, that helps out with the firefighting efforts. So hopefully we'll start to see things trend in that direction over the next few nights.
Right. All right. Well, thank you, Josh.
Of course.
Appreciate it.